Hello. Welcome to Stilettos After Dark. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. It's been a minute. I think our last show was December 21st, actually. But then last week I had my special edition of Stilettos After Dark called Estrogen Tea, where we gave you all that black skin and all that black tea last week. It was a fun show. We're going to do it once a month from now on, because I think that black women need to have a voice in America, and we need to be heard in these times. Hi, Elisa. Hey, Yana. Hey, Nessa. The fabulous three, the three amigos, always tuning in, never wavers. And we're welcome to the show. We have a special co-host tonight. You guys have seen her in, if you haven't seen her in the movie Fakers, we'll get that information from her after I introduce her. She can tell you guys how to view Fakers. And I haven't seen it myself yet, but I've seen her clips from it, and she's brilliant in it. But I'm definitely going to be watching that this weekend with some hot popcorn and chilled wine. And you also know her from three of my shows.
Two.
Mm-hmm. Actually, two, but then the virtual one too, where she killed it.
Oh, yeah, three.
Yeah. And so the lovely Alexandria Elizabeth.
Hey,
I love you said I need two names, not just one. I need two first names.
Look, add it. Oh, there, yeah, that's what's up.
And then we have Jayla McLovin and Michael, aka Uncle Peaches, always ready to serve. So straight no chaser.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody.
So, Alexandria, welcome to the podcast. Tell us how. Well, you can tell us about yourself, and then you can tell us how we met, and tell us how they can view Fakers.
Okay, so hey everybody. First, I'm gonna start how we met. It's so crazy because I was dealing with a lot. I had just lost my best friend. I had took a class. It was an acting class on, I forgot the name of the site, but it's a lady that she does acting classes on HBO. So I joined the class, and she's like, you got to get out there. You got to do what you got to do. And if it's meeting somebody that you don't know, just introduce yourself. And I had seen your stuff on something on Facebook, and I just decided to inbox you, and I'm like, hey, I don't know if you have any room for me, but can I join your team? Can I be a part? Can I help you, be a assistant for you, whatever I could do? And then I got there, got along with everybody. The vibes were so cool. Everybody was just so nice. And it was up from there. I ended up in the show, and it took off from there. Really, that's literally how it went. I had no idea, had never talked to Renee, anything, and just decided to inbox her randomly, and that's how I got in the show.
I just thought you were the sweetest too.
Yeah, I just took a chance. See, that's what happens when you take a chance. You take a chance and step out on faith, even if you have no idea what the outcome will be. Just go for it. And that's exactly what I did. I went for it, and that's how it worked out.
There you go. Now tell us about Fakers.
So Fakers is about a girl who got into Hollywood and basically got into a bunch of different things. And she's just trying to figure out her way in Hollywood and who her real friends are. She has friends back in Detroit. And then she also meets a group of people out where she is. And it's just basically her figuring out life and figuring out who's real and who's fake. And we all know we have a story to tell about who's real and who's fake when it comes to stuff like that. So you can find Fakers is now on Tubi. It was originally on Vimeo. So it's on Vimeo, Amazon Prime, and Tubi now. So you guys go ahead and check that out. On Tubi, it's free. So make sure y'all go do that. That just got added on there now. So check it out. Tell me what y'all think.
Okay.
So do.
If you hold on. Nope, not that one. If you send me the information before, actually, if you send me the information, like email it to me, I can post it in like on a like have it scroll across the screen
Okay.
so that people can see it.
Yeah.
Marcus Smith says, let me put his comment on screen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, y'all. Thanks.
Yeah, so you know, my family and the rest of the Stiletto Boss crew, we all just took a liking to you. Like everybody fell in love with you immediately.
Yes, I love you. And y'all just showed me so much love. Like when I first came there, walking into a situation with a bunch of women and you don't know what to expect. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. And everybody was just so, first of all, talented. Everybody is so
Thank
talented.
you.
And then everybody was just so loving and so caring. And we got along so well on the first day. So it was just up from there.
Well, alcohol helps.
Oh, we did have a good turn up. We had a little turn up session too.
A who session?
A little turn up session. We did.
Oh
have
yeah. It didn't help that that rehearsals was right across the street from a liquor store.
On Sundays, y'all know we have our good old wine on Sundays of rehearsal. Good old time.
Yeah. So
And
welcome back. Oh, okay. I was about to say, let me welcome Jayla back so she can hop out again. She's having some difficulties with her Wi-Fi today. So welcome back, Michael, aka Uncle Peaches.
hey, what it do?
I see you added a Z on the end of Peaches for 2021. Okay.
Mm-hmm. How you
Gotta add
doing?
that extra flavor.
How you
I
doing?
see Alex has some fans out there.
Wow, Fakers was the
Thank you. Thank
Hey.
you.
I want to check it out.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah.
It was my first time, y'all. It was literally my first time, and I was so nervous. But I learned a lot. So when I come back, I'm gonna come harder. So
Absolutely.
you
Go
know.
home. You know what they say.
So cool.
All right, Jayla. I guess you can hear us, we can't see you. So welcome back. You've been doing anything since we were last on the show?
Anything new happening since the last time?
I'm just asking what's up? Has has there been anything or anything you want to tell us about or update us about?
Not really nothing new, really. Just new opportunities. Coming 2021. Hopefully this year is better than last.
Well, that's good. That's how it's supposed to be. It better be better than last. But for today's Stiletto Buzz, we're not going to do the typical Stiletto Buzz where we talk about gossip and what's new and everything like everything like that. We're not going to talk about celebrity gossip or what's trending on. Well, I guess this is kind of trending on Facebook. My doggone banner went away for that, so I'm trying to add it back in. But yeah, so it is trending on Facebook today, and that is um MLK Day. So that was buzzing um around Facebook today and everywhere else in the world. Hopefully in the country too, because Martin Luther King Jr. was well known. So I'm gonna just play just a little snippet. I don't want to bore anyone because I know how we get in we get entitled, us people that didn't have to have dogs biting at our heels and water hoses peeling back our skin. We're a little entitled, so we don't like to be inconvenienced for long. So I'm just gonna play a little snippet of the speech he actually gave in Detroit. This was a not too long after he was assassinated.
Everybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
So what do you guys think? You think we've gotten to the promised land? I certainly do not.
Definitely not.
I don't
Where
think
is it
we've
at?
gotten there.
It ain't nowhere that we can see.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna downplay what he did for Black people, what he did for our country. I definitely won't downplay that. The only thing that like it just and I don't really want to speak about a lot of negative things today, but Dr. King I think was about speaking the truth. So for me, I just want to speak the truth for a minute. Um, I don't think that hold on. You guys know me, I suck up anything political and I'm always on these political sites arguing with people and even non-political sites like Fox 2 News and WDIV Channel 4. It almost hate for them to post anything. Like I wish Fox 2 would just get off Facebook and WDIV and Channel 7 too, whatever they're WXYZ. And it's not there because of them, it's just because I don't like to know that I got so many hateful, evil people living around me. I mean, anything they post, here come a racist turning it about, making it about hate. And it's just so ridiculous. They posted something about Martin Luther King today, and you just had people commenting negatively or whatever about it. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, what is going on? Why would they find something to say about this man who tried to love everyone? But this is what I noticed that a lot of racists will do. They'll try to, like, Black Lives Matter or anything about that. They'll try to make it seem like they're all in for Martin Luther King and you guys need to follow what Martin Luther King tried to teach everyone and all this other stuff. And bullshit. Okay, because what I think this is who's Bernice King said on Twitter, and this is absolutely true. She says, please don't act like everyone loved my father. He was assassinated. A 1967 poll reflected that he was one of the most hated men in America. Most hated. Many who quote him now and invoke him to detour justice today would likely hate and may already hate the authentic king. So that is absolutely true. Don't try and quote him now and to bend it towards your little cause because you absolutely hated him and you didn't hate him, your grandparents did. So just stop all that fakeness. The only reason you even quote him now and trying to kind of refer back to speeches or quotes he said is because he's dead and you're happy about it. So stop. Now, I'm not saying that all, obviously there's always gray areas. There's always people, you know, an exception to every rule. And a lot of people, you know, white people helped us get to freedom, helped us, you know, march with us and all that. But I'm talking about the ones who try and use him today to stifle the Black Lives Matter movement and sort of put them in their place. So that's what I have to say about MLK. I don't know if you guys have anything to add.
It's a touchy subject all the way around. Like, just talking about it it's not easy. It's not easy to look at. It's not easy to hear about. It's something that still we deal with to this day. So, I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know how to word it correctly to say, really. It's a touchy subject, though. It's a really touchy subject.
Yeah, I get that, and especially on a public platform.
I was just about to say that. That's why I said I don't really have much to say because I don't got time to be arguing with nobody. You know how it is. Once you voice your opinion on something, then it's like you got to really watch what you say. So I'm just gonna leave it at it's a touchy subject.
Well, I would say that I feel like there have been some progress because I feel like, you know, especially as a gay Black man, you know, some years ago I probably wouldn't have been able to been on this show or to do a lot of things that that I have been able to because of the civil rights movement and because of the gay rights movement. But it does feel like at certain times that the dream has sort of been deferred, and we feel like we've taken, you know, 2 steps forward and then 20 steps back, especially after this year. That is just really frustrating to see. I posted about Happy King Day, and that if one advances towards their dream, that you know how the universe conspires to see that dream, you know, will come to pass. And I think that it gets really frustrating when we feel like, you know, all these, you know, especially with racism and race relations, all these issues were put, you know, behind us, or at least there was some progress being made. And then in 2021, it's like nothing at all has changed. And there is some, you know, economic empowerment, you know, going on in the Black community. But, you know, the ones that have made it feel like, you know, they make it and then they forget about, you know, where they came from. They don't, you know, invest in the community. Not everybody. There are some people who have taken up that charge. I feel like, you know, LeBron James with the schools, but the majority of them, it's something that they leave behind, you know, their community. And, you know, somebody had said today earlier, like all the Martin Luther King projects, home centers, he said they're all ghetto. It's like they're all ghetto. The schools, the neighborhoods, the boulevards, everything. It's like they're all ghetto. It's like people have forgotten the dream. It's like, you know, don't forget, you know, what the dream was about. You know, keep dreaming, keep pressing, keep pushing, striving for excellence. And but it just seems like, you know, it's like a dark shroud. You go to even where his, you know, exhibit is in Atlanta, it's like the streets, that whole area is just like, you know, it's like, what? This is where we're going. And, you know, you got to put your carry your piece with you, and you know, double lock your car, and, you know, set your alarm, because the neighborhood is like so horrible. But you know, there has been, like I said, there has been some progress, and so I don't want to negate the things that, you know, have taken place. But I just think that, you know, it's a constant issue. We have to be persistent. We have to be persistent and stick to it. You know, a lot of people talk about, you know, being frustrated. It's like the game is designed to frustrate you. It's designed to frustrate you, you know, to get you to quit. And
Absolutely.
and you constantly have to remind yourself and encourage yourself that I can do this, I can do this. King did it, I can do it, I can achieve my dream. And sticking together and grouping together. Say there's a lot of Black entrepreneur programs out there, like 9 to 5. You can learn how to invest and do real estate. And Sleep is for Suckers. He's a really good guy. He travels around teaching people about how to become entrepreneurs. There was one time they posted about what can you do to make $500 a week, and people from all over the world were giving suggestions. And I just think like things like that. Keep the dream alive. There's hope out there. Seems like sprinkles, but it's just I like to focus on the positive. So that's just the viewpoint that I come from. So
I
I'm
just think that speech he gave when he says that he knows he's not going to make it to the mountaintop and everybody wants to live, wants longevity with their lives. That just had to be like, that takes a brave person to know that they're going to be killed. Like the same thing with Malcolm X. Even though Malcolm X was killed, by his own people, but still, it has to be a scary thing, especially for his family and things like that. His family, his wife, his kids, to just know he'd be taken away. Oh, one thing that I think I remember this a while ago, but I don't know if I must have forgotten, but I didn't know that his mom was killed like 6 years later after he was killed. And it wasn't by a white person, it was by a young Black guy who was like, was he a Muslim extremist? He was an extremist, and he felt that all Christians were like evil or whatever. So while she was planning, she shot her.
See, I feel like this is something too. I would die about this. Like, it's not a lot of stuff that I would say, like, I'm not gonna get into that, but like this, like racism and fighting for my rights and doing what he did, that is something that I would die about, because I feel like now, this day and age, I'm not letting you talk to me any kind of way. I'm not letting you disrespect me. I'm not letting you pour like the things that you see in those movies that they did and pour ice cream on their heads. It was just, I'm not letting you do that to me. I'm barely letting you call me out my name. So anything past that, putting your hands on me, I'm gonna die about that, and I'm dying about it.
On S&P last week, the N-word was the topic, and the one young lady was saying that I was saying that if a white person called me nigger, it's over, and she was like, "That's just a word like I and am," and I'm like, "No, it's not." And I'm just saying, there's no. We were talking about this at my brother's house earlier for his birthday. We were like, we tried like to invent like honky and cracker, and I think Charlemagne says mayonnaise or something like that. There's no word that we could call a white person that would hurt them as much as that word hurts us. Because
I agree.
people have become evil and hateful now. The only way there will be a word to hurt white people or hurt a person that's calling us that would be if we kidnapped them for hundreds of years, castrated the men, tore the babies out of the ladies' arms, the mother's arms, raped them, lynched them, and then put a name on it, and then call them that name. That is the only way. There's no way. There's no other way we can create a word, because there's so much blood and pain behind that. And it is not just another word, and you better not call me that. So.
Yep, that's how I feel. Don't call me that.
Because you're trying to bring the hate. So I'm trying to wait on Berlin to come on the show. She didn't get the link. Okay. Hold on.
Did you see the story about the guy who bought his daughter a house? She's 13 years old.
Yeah.
I had just posted that. That was really nice. I was like, come on, Black people.
That's what we get more into.
Bought her a house.
a
Yeah,
house.
Bought a
He said
house.
he wanted to end
it's a tradition they're starting. He said.
mhm, ending the cycle of poverty. Waiting until the cycle of poverty, of not owning anything. Basically, he was empowering his daughter, for the future, not being in debt, um, owning her own property. So there's like a whole list on Facebook. I didn't get to read it,
Wow.
the
That's,
whole thing, but I was like, wow, come on here.
I was born in the wrong family.
Yeah. Nate B says the main thing is us as Black folks need to learn to do better and come together. Yeah, we do. Absolutely. I always say all the
Definitely
time.
need to come together because
Yeah, I say all the time. If Black people just knew how magical and powerful and how much talent we have, and just come, they united more back during the 50s and 60s without cell phones or computers, text
Okay.
messages, all that stuff. We can't even unite
Okay.
with all the damn technology. It is ridiculous.
and we be worried about the wrong stuff. Like everybody, we worry about the wrong stuff, like what people wear and what they drive and all that. White people, they don't care about that
They
stuff.
don't care
They
about it.
have on a t-shirt $3, pants $5, but driving a Benz and they going to that beautiful house also. Like they don't care about the same stuff that we make a big deal out of.
Yeah.
Or some raggedy ass gym shoes.
Or
With some raggedy gym shoes, they got so much
$30,000
money.
or a
Okay,
$30,000 person.
serious.
Sometimes they don't even care about what they're driving. They'll drive a car till the wheels fall off.
No, they
Another thing,
exactly. Yep.
another thing that other races do that we don't. They'll support each other's business and stuff in the family. They'll all live in one house until they make it and get enough money. Black
Yeah.
people, they don't want to do that. They gotta have their privacy to do whatever they gonna do. And instead of with instead of just suffering for a little bit until you
Yeah.
make it.
And
Yeah.
our rule is, we don't give money to friends or family. You don't give money to friends or family. You don't go to business with friends or family. It's like our whole dynamic is just set up to fail. It's like, it's everybody for themselves. And it's like, hence we are where we are.
Amanda Winter says Black people don't stick together like other races. And yeah, that's what I was just saying. They don't.
Definitely.
But today, instead of and I'm not knocking anyone because I do it too. Instead of posting like a quote from Dr. King or a photo from him or whatever, I decided to do something today in the spirit of Dr. King, which was my husband and I today we donated two different things. We donated to a homeless shelter. If anybody wants it, I can share that information. And then we donated to my nephew's business, paintball business that he's trying to get off the ground and start. So, and that's what some of
Wow.
we're talking about today in our family group chat was generational wealth. And we wish we knew back then what we knew now, but it's not too late. It's not too late for us, but
Mm-hmm.
our kids, like their generation, have time on their side, and they're so much smarter than we were. Not you, Alex and Jayla, because you guys, you're in a different, you're in that generation I'm talking about. You guys still have time to create generational wealth for your kids, or you know, nieces, nephews, however you want to go. I was trying to, drag the segment out so that okay, she's having technical difficulties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to we'll go on to your segment, Michael, and let me work this out to give her time to get in here. I'm not sure why do people having technical difficulties today? Just why? I'm gonna show you guys. We have this cool thing where if you want to join the discussion on camera, you can. And this is the link that you can go to if you want to join the discussion on camera. But you can also call in You can also call in if you have a comment or anything as well. You don't have to join us on camera. And you can also continue to comment and we'll display your comments on screen as well. So Michael,
Yes, ma'am.
and now I'll have this scroll down like as a little tickler down there at the bottom throughout the show as well. In case you guys didn't get a chance to copy it just now. Let me go ahead. Okay. All right, so Michael, here's your segment has kind of segment has kind of morphed a little bit. So I don't know if you guys noticed that the name was changed from cocktails, TALES, to cocktails like drinks. So you can kind of let them know briefly, because we, it's not, we still got other segments and we have to end at 9:15 today. So tell us briefly what your segment has morphed into, and then you can go right into your segment. And guys, this segment is called Your Man is Cheating on Us. Is that what it is called?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he did. Hey, everybody. Just briefly, I just wanted to basically open up my segment to bringing forth a signature cocktail. You can join the group on Facebook. It's Cocktails on Facebook, where we talk about lots of different things. But on Mondays, I'll be bringing a signature cocktail where I'll be basically talking about life lessons over cocktails. And hope that you will join us talking about, hot topics, what's going viral, spiritual, mental health, emotional health, and because I am a Black gay man, it will be from my perspective, or the perspective of coming from that community, the LGBTQ community. And it's open and affirming, so anybody can, join the group, talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And the signature cocktail that I want to talk about today was called Your Man is Cheating on Us. It's about some years ago, I'll say that. It works best for me. When I say it's about a few years ago, hopefully you have your cocktails. I'm doing rum chata today, lemon rum chata, excuse me.
I like that glass.
And
glass.
Oh, thank you.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Oh, you're gonna take another sip?
I had sip was there, so. Basically, it was about some years ago. I had met this really, really cool guy, and we really hit it off. And we were probably about 2-3, I'll say, weeks into the relationship. And he said summer was coming up, summer was kind of ending, and he said that I'm going on a trip to Atlanta. For the end of the summer is kind of like a thing that I do. And I said, okay, cool. I have to work. Unfortunately, I can't go. Not that he asked if I could go. I said, well, I have to work, so I won't be able to go. He's like, oh no, this is a trip that we had planned, some time ago. And I said, we.
Go ahead.
And he said, yeah, me and my ex. So I'm like, oh wow, okay. Can y'all hear me? My camera froze.
I can still hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. So he said, yeah, me and my ex, this is a trip that we had planned. So, I figure I'm mature. I said, okay, cool. Let me know how the trip goes, take pictures, blah, 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 blah. And so he goes and comes back, like 2 or 3 weeks have gone by. I haven't heard anything. So, I'm not one to, chase people down. But I figure like, chase me. So I go out to a bar after hours and having a cocktail. This guy, sends me a drink, and I had noticed him like staring or whatever. And so I was like, okay, cool. I was like, thank you. And we're talking. So night is wrapping up, and I'm going out to my car. And so he's like, you gonna drink my drink and just drive off? And I said, oh, I said, well, I appreciated the drink. I said, thank you very much. And so we exchanged numbers. And so I said, well, where are you going? So I was heading home. And so he said, you mind if I tag along? I was like, no, we have another nightcap come in for a drink or whatever. And long story short, we ended up talking. And, you're kind of going through like people that you've dated or whatever. And so we were, exchanging the information, and he says, yeah, he says, I just came back from a trip with my ex, and I said, oh wow, I said, where'd y'all go? And he said, this is like kind of like an annual thing that we did even before we broke up, and he said, Atlanta. I'm like, I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, how did the trip go? And he's like, it was really nice. It was really kind of awkward because he said he was dating somebody, and so I was kind of trying to be supportive. And I was like, really? And I said, well, what? I said, well, did he mention like the name of the person that he was talking to? And he was like, no. He said he was just some tall light skinned guy. I said, oh wow, okay. And so I said, that's really interesting. And so he said that it was really nice meeting you. Like you seem like a really cool guy. I really want to get to know you better. I said, okay, well, let's take it slow, let's think about it. And
Okay.
I think I was coming out to his house one time, and this car was like sitting down down the block, and this car would drive off when I was walking out of the house, and I didn't think anything of it at first, and somebody started calling my phone and hanging up, and and I said, so like, are you like back with your ex? He's like, no, we're not together. I said, oh, okay. So one particular day I called him, and you call, nobody answers the phone, or they call and they're asleep, or made up some story. I didn't see the text, the text message or whatever. And so I said, okay. And so this particular day, I just decided to drive by, and I drove by the house, and the ex's car was in the driveway. And so I'm sitting outside, and I called. And I said, hey, what's going on? They say, oh, nothing much. I was just sitting here giving my daughter going over her homework with her. I said, oh, okay. I said, did you want to me to bring anything by? Did you want to do dinner? And he was like, well, no, I think I'm gonna just go to bed early. I was like, early? Oh, okay. And I said, can you come to the front door like right quick? And he's like, to the front door, like, what are you talking about? I say, just come to the front door. And he came to the front door, and I was standing on the porch. And I said, what's going on? I said, whose car is that, in the driveway? And he's like, he said, that's my ex's car. I said, oh, okay. I said, I thought you were helping your daughter do your homework. And he's like, well, we are. I'm like, we? It's a we now. And so the ex comes to the door, and he didn't know, he had no idea that I was talking to both of them. And it was one of those situations where it was just like all around. He's like, oh, this is the guy. You're the guy. He's the guy. I was like, yeah. And it was just one of those things where my friends would tease me about it because it's a song called "Your Man Is Cheating on Us," and it's one of those precarious situations that I try to, from now on, try to always be honest and upfront. I guess I should have said something in the beginning, but I was kind of playing along with it, and I ended up being the one out in the cold. So that's my story, but this.
Well, I must say that definitely was It definitely was a hairy, scary situation there because you handled it more calmly than I would have. That's for sure.
Well, I figured I was in the wrong because I did know, and it's like stuff happens. So, yeah, actually, we ended up getting back together. I think we dated like 3 or 4 years, but that was how it started off.
Well, welcome to the show. Berlin has joined us. What you got in your glass, dear? Wine? Berlin?
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, I have wine today. I probably needed something stronger, but I settled on what I had in my kitchen.
Sometimes that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna move things along because this is the first time that we have ended the show at 9:15. We're gonna do our best to keep it there. Um, but that's the good thing about not being on network radio. I'm getting background from feedback from somebody. That's the good thing about being not being on a network or whatever. So what we're gonna do is because the other segments, Berlin's. I'm gonna hear myself back in somebody's thing. Okay. The other segments have topics to where everybody's gonna want to comment and give feedback and things like that. And that tends to kind of run the show over. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go to if stilettos could talk. There's you sit and you sit and you watch this this performance. So and there's no feedback except after if you want to tell me how brilliant I was with what I wrote, can do that. So what I'm going to do is I need everybody else to remove themselves from camera so there's just myself and Alex on to do the performance. This particular wait a minute. Okay. Okay, that's better. So this particular performance is called The Pact. Let me get my mind right because I'm going to go from running a show to now doing this monologue. All right. So, guys, The Pact. And we're in the car. Okay.
What's up, Nicole?
Brooke,
Why so serious?
it's a serious night. Dead serious.
I know, but damn, can't we pretend to be just two girlfriends having a fun night out?
But we're not girlfriends. And we definitely are not about to have a fun night out unless you think murder is fun.
I like our little arrangement. I mean, meeting the perfect stranger in an airport bar and discovering a brilliant way to get away with murder by killing others' enemies changed my life. But why does it have to be so diabolical?
Diabolical. Murder is cold and diabolical. And the person carrying out the murder has to be as well. That is why it has worked so well for us over the years. First, you killed the wife of my current husband to get her out of the way so I could marry him. I had an airtight alibi too, and no one suspected a thing, not even him. Then 5 months ago, I gently placed a pillow over your dear aunt's face as she slept. Because as her caregiver, you were due to inherit her money. And you had your eye on a Birkin bag and couldn't wait for her already weak heart to give out. So now it's your turn.
It wasn't a goddamn Birkin bag. My car was out of commission and I needed a new one. I would never have my favorite aunt murdered over a purse.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, hon.
I sleep just fine. Now give me the details about my mark.
That's better. Well, as you know, thanks to you, I have been married to the wealthiest man in the state for a little over a year now. He is sleeping with someone, which is no surprise to me. Hell, that's how I got him. There have been a couple since we have been married, But this one's different. After going through his text messages, I can tell he really cares for her.
And let me guess, she's my mark.
Bingo. So listen, she lives alone, and since I recognize every other key on David's key ring, I'm assuming this one's hers. Thanks to his meticulous ass, I also retrieved her alarm code from his phone. You ready?
The sooner I kill this home wrecking whore, the sooner I can have a stiff drink and a hot bath.
Okay. Well, here we are. That's her house.
Bitch, have you lost your fucking mind? That's my sister's house.
You said it yourself. She's a home wrecker.
Well, so are you. As a matter of fact, you're a home wrecker and a murderer. And I'm not killing my damn sister.
Sister, aunt, what's the difference? Besides, you once told me you two aren't even close. Now I'm about to pull down the street and FaceTime David so that he can be my alibi. And you are going to go in there, bash your slutty sister's brains out with this bat. Oh, and be sure and set the alarm and break a window so it looks like a break-in. David recently bought her some nice jewelry pieces. Grab a few for yourself if you like. It'll make it look real.
This is bullshit. The rules are the other is to have no relationship whatsoever with their mark. This is exactly why it's always been the perfect murder. You were gonna have us both in orange jumpsuits.
Now, what would be your motive for killing your sister? Is she fucking your husband too?
Fuck you. You know what? I want you to throw in a Birkin bag for my troubles. And none of that clearance bullshit.
Any particular color?
Blue in honor of my sister. It was her favorite color. It's her favorite color.
It was her favorite color. And scene.
It was her favorite color. Oh my gosh. Renee, that brain of yours, like, listen, when I first got it, I'm like, look, this is how I read it. I'm like,
yeah.
That brain of yours, you need to, I told you what to do earlier. It's time now.
I know it's time. It's time. I'm writing a screenplay now. Because right now I have to adapt to what's going on because thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Vanessa. They say great job, ladies. Yana
Thank
says,
you, thank you.
Joe says Alex is brilliant. I like to think the writer is brilliant too, but thank you, Joe. Alex couldn't be brilliant without a script, but you did do a good job, Alex, and I knew that you were perfect for that because you have good range. Yes. But yeah, I thought it was fun, and it might be something that I would like to make a movie out of and see how it plays out.
You should.
But I just love when you're like, I would never kill my aunt over a purse, but you killed your sister over one. That was the irony of the situation.
Listen, I want to know more. I need it finished. Like, let's do it. Let's get to it.
Okay. All right. I got you. Crystal says, Renee, you the shit. Thank you. Joe says, both of you. Thank you, Joe. You just need a little nudge. Crystal says, I love Alexandria Elizabeth. And Vanessa says, great movie. I think it'd be a great movie, too. Like I was telling Alex earlier, that would be dope. You got two female hit women. You know, normally you see movies like Men with that or whatever. And I'm tired of the same old black films. Your man cheating on you. What else is a typical black movie? Just, just your typical stuff. And they don't being
the man beating on a woman, then the man come to the rescue.
Yeah, exactly. We can rescue our goddamn selves. but or either a man in a damn dress. The Medea movies. Not nothing, not knocking nothing about men in
I was
dress.
going to say that.
Yeah. Everybody can agree they're a little tired of Medea. Okay.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Got him to where he needed to be though. You know what
He
I'm saying?
sure gave you that look like, wait a minute.
No, I'm talking about Medea and what's the Martin movie? Those movies. We tired of those.
Big Mama's house.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, okay, so thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Good job, Alex, with the performance of Brooke.
Thank you.
I know everybody wanted to see her bash her sister's head in with the baseball bat, but
Right.
maybe after the pandemic, the movie will come to a theater near you. All right, so next up we have sticky situations with Berlin. And that's why I decided to go ahead and go with our segment because her segment is definitely a tongue wagger. And so is the Jungle Love segments tonight. So her Berlin segment was called "Don't Slap the Face That Feeds You, Motherfucker." No, I added it. Okay.
All right, good job, ladies.
Thank you.
No problem. So I'm gonna read the scenario, and then I'll, of course, give my feedback. Abuse from a spouse. Spouse has been abusing you for some time. And when I say abuse, I mean like really bad. Hospital stays, broken bones, physical, playing on your mental, everything. Okay. Like the worst of the worst abuse. Okay. His health isn't the best, so he depends on you for help. Okay. Recently, he hit you again, which is a normal thing in this relationship. You're not happy, of course, and you're constantly, abused, but smiling from the outside. But he hit you again. Shortly after that, he has a seizure and he needs help. You're his caregiver. You standing right over here, right over him while he's seizing this time after this last incident. Are you calling the EMS to help him? Or are you going to let him seize and go ahead and take his last breath? Yeah.
What you gonna do?
So I'm definitely giving him to Jesus. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know it's over for me. More than likely, I have attempted to get away from you, and as we all know, I mean, maybe all of us don't know, but we've known someone going through really bad abuse, like intimidation and threatening your family, and you can't speak out, and you've tried to leave before, and it never happened or it never worked, and you just feel like a prisoner, right? And this is your way out. This is my way out. I'm not calling nobody until you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to save your life so you can continue taking years off of mine. I ain't doing it.
Oh.
So
necessary last breath, buddy.
that's the sticky situation for me.
Oh.
And I'm gonna be real with you. It ain't that sticky. You got it. Jesus wants you, and I'm gonna let him have you. I'm not. So that's what I'm doing now. Everybody. Oh, you wouldn't call? No, I'll call the EMS after I know he gone.
My thing is, I guess
I'm not.
I'll say what mine is. I don't judge nobody for not calling because it would definitely be a struggle for me. But I think I would feel like you already haunted me in life. I'm gonna allow you to put that mark on my soul in death. So I would definitely call. But I mean, if he's in his poor health, and ain't really nothing he can do to hurt me anyway. So I'm gonna call the paramedics, but I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be there by the time they get there.
Mm.
I'll get the door unlocked for them, and that'll be the last time you'll see me. But you're not gonna take my soul with yours, evil ass. So man,
Mm.
Gina said, get in his face and shake it off, then call 911.
Shake it off.
Vanessa says nothing but the best of my baby. That's the hell.
Okay, yes.
My monologue now.
Okay.
Nothing but the best.
How about you, Alex? What would you do?
Okay, so I honestly don't know what I would do. Let me tell you why. Because I know people honestly that have been in that situation, right? And in my mind, I'm telling you, like, leave. I'm telling you, get out of there. And like she said, like it's a situation where I guess you're scared to, so you don't get out. But it's still a reason that you stay. I feel like it's not just that. I feel like you stay because you love that person and you see past whatever they've been doing. So if I'm in that situation, if I allow myself to get in that situation, that means I love this person so much that I allowed them to do this to me. What's to say that I won't, like, I feel like I'll still love him regardless of what he did to me. So I really don't know what I would do. I'd be caught. Like, what do I do? I think I would just stand there. I'm gonna get whatever I gotta get off my chest. That's the one thing I'm gonna do. Like, while you there, I'm gonna say everything I gotta say, and then like it's just I'm gonna leave it there. I'm probably just gonna be sitting there like I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna get everything off my chest for sure.
Everything off your chest to him while he's having a seizure?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how weird he gonna be.
So look, so he having a seizure, and I'm supposed to like save him. It's either save him, like call the ambulance, or like let him have a seizure and die, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna stand there and like let him have that seizure, and and let it just play its course. Like I'm gonna stand there and let him have it. Like, and I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna be getting stuff off my chest. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be saying stuff while he dying. No, you gonna listen to me. You gonna hear me while you dying, and leave you out of there.
yeah. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what, you know.
I'm probably gonna be crying, yelling, screaming, but
You
you
know
gonna
what?
hear
Who
me
knows,
until you
though?
die. I'm gonna get everything off my chest.
And I don't know what I would do. I never got my ass like that before. So, you know what I'm saying? You can say what you would do in that situation.
That's what I'm saying. You just never know. Like I'd probably be so emotional. I'd be a wreck.
Jayla, you got an opinion on it? I'm not gonna put you on on solo because your camera isn't there.
I don't know what I would do. Like honestly, like, listening to Alex like just now, I thought I had an answer, but I don't know. Now I'm just sitting here like I don't know because it is like it is like I can watch you. I can sit here and watch you, but then I'm thinking about that episode in Power where it got caught on camera or videotape, and it just all came down. So I'm thinking the worst case scenario. So I don't know. Like I wouldn't rush in when I hear you having a seizure. I'll probably creep and be like, okay, let me back out. And then like, so y'all can't prove I actually came into the room. I didn't know he was having it. So
You at home, Jayla. You at your home. You share with him. Ain't no camera.
She's trying to mold it to fit her.
Ain't no camera.
She thinking ahead. She thinking ahead. Like, okay, I ain't trying to.
Power.
You at home.
but
He's not going to make it if I'm there.
As a woman, yeah, he gonna seize out. I'm sorry. He gonna seize out.
He's not gonna, and I'm gonna start frying some chicken or something. I don't know. He's not making it. I'm not doing it.
Not
I'm not
fun.
doing it.
Like I said, no right or wrong answer. What you think you would do? I haven't got my ass beat like that before, so I don't know. I can be vindictive, but I just have to decide, do I want the my actions to be something that's, for the rest of my life, for that one moment, or do I, I don't
Yeah, and
know.
the other
Sometimes.
thing, I don't want that on my conscience.
If you guys want to call in and give your opinion on screen, there's the link. I'll add you to the podcast, add you to the camera. You guys want to call? I'm sorry. Go on the link and give your opinion, or you can call in. The phone number is there as well. Let me see. It should be there for us, but yeah.
Did Michael say what he doing?
Let's look at the comments. Mm, yeah, nobody really has any comments. You really have to be there. Krista said, "Wait." She said, "Frying some chicken."
What's the show phone? What's the phone number?
Hold on. Let me get a banner that actually has the phone number there.
I don't know. I don't know if I can sit and watch something.
Phone number is 313-462-9982.
I guess my thing is this. I have been like in this sticky situation, not being beat on, but I have been, and when I thought of it, I'm thinking he's done it so many times where even though he comes back from this, epilepsy, and it never stops him from beating my ass. So if I see him having a really bad one, I ain't helping this time. I'm about to get my freedom back. I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Why can't you get your freedom back? Why can't you just leave?
Some people can. Okay, everybody don't have an abusive relationship history.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's not that easy to leave.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's threatening your family or threatening to hurt your parent or one of your children, or even killing you or whatnot. Or you've seen a friend who is no longer breathing from DV, and it's like, I guess you have to have the history. If you
That's
don't have
why
the history,
I hear that too. That's why I wouldn't know what to do. Like, reasons why people don't leave.
This is why I put in there that it's an intimidation. It's almost like it's a mind control. Okay, your life is not your own. Your home is not your sanctuary. It's a prison, and he controls it. Okay, so if you've never lived a day of that, it's not just leave. It's easy for someone to say until you live it. So it's like you might see this as a way out. You might see this as, if this man recovers, I will never ever be. He's going to kill me next. I've buried 3 girlfriends and 1 child that actually stood in front of his father beating his mom, and he took the mom's beating because he was tired of the dad beating him, and he lost his life. He was 14. So if you don't have that history, or if you've never lived it, it's not a just leave for a lot of women. Women with children.
As a child who,
some women do leave too.
as a child who watched his mother being beat with a belt, who seen her, in the headlock and thrown downstairs and so on and so forth. Our question was for our mother was like, why won't you just leave? And she, said she loved him. That's what she was in love with. And but it's like literally like control, our life. He would get drunk and beat us. And after he get sober, he was like, I never hit anybody. And I got into altercation with it. I was the oldest physical fight, and got into a fight with my uncle. That was when we finally left. When my mother's brother, him and my mother's brother got into a fight. So it was like, I understand, but in this scenario, I guess it was just hard. It would be hard for me to watch a person die. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, don't watch. Walk away.
Not that, I mean, it's my brother's father too, so it's not,
I get it.
watch my
I
brother's
get it.
in that
See,
situation. You know, I guess I understand both
I
sides.
misunderstood.
For me
I'm
personally.
sorry. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. I was saying for me.
I misunderstood the scenario because I thought it was you were solely there, the person was solely there because he needed help to take care of him, not because he had nowhere else to go. Like I thought I thought when you sent it to me, it was basically like you had already left and you went back to help him out. I didn't know you were trapped. You had nowhere else to go and you were gonna do all the other stuff.
No family support. He's just abusive. This is him, and he
Well,
might
that's
be taking his, but he a lot of abusers do a mental thing where they separate you from your family, from your support system, where you don't have nobody to run to.
Mm-hmm.
He
so
wanted that way.
in this particular scenario, if that's the scenario, it's evolving and changing, and all of that comes into play, and that's basically like self-defense. So of course I would let him die, but I thought it was like I'm just there to help him out, out of the goodness of my heart, and I have other places to go, and I thought he had changed, and he just slapped me again, or punched me again, or whatever it was. So
No, that's.
Go ahead.
No matter, like you gotta die. You gotta die. Like no matter, I can't even get to a point of you feeling like you getting aggressive with me. The moment you get even a little aggressive with me, you gotta die. It ain't no if and buts about it. It's either me or you.
I literally thought that's why I said I didn't say ex-spouse. I'm like, this is your spouse, and this is not the first time.
You gotta die. You gotta die. You gotta.
Yeah.
The moment
this
you
might be the only way.
you out of here. You gotta die.
But this might be the only way that she sees as an out. You know,
Right?
there's no telling how long she been going through it.
Yeah.
I'm not calling. That's all I know.
Yeah.
No.
See, I ain't even gonna get that far to the stroke. I'm gonna kill you before I'm telling you. Any moment you make me feel threatened, you have to die, because then you might try to kill me. So I gotta kill you before you try to kill me.
I mean, if it's a self-defense, of course I'm gonna save myself before him. Marcus says, "Why y'all gotta? What y'all gonna tell his parents? Fuck his parents."
I mean, here's the thing: his parents know that he has seizures, so he passed from a seizure. That's it.
Yeah. If he didn't have seizures, I'm gonna be like, yeah, he had one. I don't care what he out of.
Remember what Kimberly Elise was doing on Diary Mad Black Woman? She was throwing his ass in the tub.
Right. All calm, cool, and collected.
All right, so thank you, Berlin, for that sticky situation.
Yeah.
Moving along to our next topic, which is our next segment, which is Jungle Love. And tonight, Jayla's topic is what was your topic? What did I name yours, Jayla? Never mind, I got it. Your topic is you ready to do this or not?
Oh yeah, you ready to do this or not?
And then the subtopic tonight, Alex is gonna kind of host a segment with Jayla. Her subtopic is cheater, company eater. So Jayla, are you on camera yet? No. Okay.
No, it's gonna keep freezing.
Okay, go ahead. What is
Wish I had a picture or something. All right, so hey y'all, this is Jungle Love with Jay. You know, we did through this jungle that is dating, love, and all that. I am your host, aka Mila, and the topic today is commitment in 2021. Renee, what's the tagline again? What was the tagline?
are we gonna do this or no?
Are we gonna do this or no? I have really been hearing about this. This topic has been coming up a lot, and since we're starting a new year, I thought to just weigh in on it just a little bit. I'm not going to go on for a long time, but I looked up the definition of commitment. There are two definitions. The definition is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. And the second one is being dedicated to a cause or activity. So in 2021, honestly, I have not, oh, in the last few months, maybe, I haven't heard of, I, in my generation and everything, like just watching like my friends and everything, I have literally not had, none of my friends had a problem with anything that had to do with commitment issues. It's like, I know there are still classic F boys, but it's looking to me like some men are getting it together, y'all. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know if it's men educating other men on how to be real men. I don't know what it is going on, but it's been a lot of just pure commit, a lot of just pure commitment, a lot of engagements happening. I swear, every time I go on my Facebook page, it's a lot of people who are getting engaged, getting married, starting their lives together the right way. Um, and not to say all ways are the right way. So whatever is your way, how you guys did it, as long as you get that commitment, it just, everything just falls beautifully into place. Now we are like I said, there, this is just what I've been seeing. Of course, there are still your classic men and women too that just don't want to commit, that just wants to be out here um, free. Like you said, commitment restricts freedom of action. So we do have men and women, unchained and not tied down to anything, um, because either we're afraid to do it, either there's just commitment issues, just bad timing, bad path. Um, but I feel like in 2021, it is, if you are at that stage, you are ready, and all the signs are coming to you that telling you that that person is the right person. I feel like, why not take a chance? It's 2021. Obviously, from last year, we know 2020, like, throw it in the garbage. 2020 didn't exist. Time just looped. I mean, just jump. We still the same age we were in 2020. No, no, every time just this still. But no, but on the like a real note, like, tomorrow's not promised. If you have somebody that you have in your life that is ready to commit and you're ready to make that step, that's just a beautiful thing. I've talked to a lot of people. I've been on Clubhouse a lot lately, and I've talked to a lot of people from all over. Like, me joining Clubhouse was just me wanting to make new friends and have allies in states, so that when I go there, I can know where to go. And I'm just, we have deep conversations, and the men that I talk to, ranging from age 21 to like 30s, they are like committed, committed. And some of them aren't married and they've been with their partner for a long time, but they're committed. They're like, you know what, I'm just not ready yet to make the big commitment, which is marriage. Like, but they are committed. They're saying like, oh, I want to be ready and I'm getting ready. You know what I'm saying? There's no rush. And my last point I'm just going to make is, you guys, there's no rush. There's no rush. Whether hurting that person by stringing them along, I would rather everybody just tell the truth and just wait. There is no rush. There's sometimes you can come. There's some scenarios where it's a once in a lifetime thing where you meet the love of your life, and in 1 week y'all get married, and y'all stay together for 50 years. That is like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in our lives, you guys, let's take our time. Let's actually, create relationships and build with each other, you guys. So commitment in 2021.
Awesome, awesome, awesome topic. Um, okay, I think that was your mic that was giving feedback. That's why I muted it, Jayla. But you feel free to unmute it and chime in, when you get ready. But it was a lot of feedback with it. But that was a good topic. I the only thing that I just wish, and this has nothing to do with Black men preferring white women. That's not about this. That's not what I mean at all. I don't want it to be misconstrued. The only thing that I just wish that our Black men would start marrying our Black women and know that they're worthy to be committed to. Don't just
That part.
give them babies or whatever, and then be gone and moving on somewhere. Like,
No.
the Black family unit is broken, and we need the men in the household to help these Black men be men and to show these daughters what a real man is about, so they have their self-worth. So
Absolutely.
I just want more Black men to marry Black women, period.
I agree.
Agreed.
I just
So
yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and turn it over to Alex for her subtopic. So
Okay, so I'm gonna make this super, super short. Cheater, pumpkin eater, cheating. Okay, so for the most part, from what I hear, men and women kind of cheat for similar reasons, but some of the things I heard from men, boredom, I guess. So whatever that is for a man, I guess it's different for a woman. I do want y'all to tell me, give me y'all opinions on boredom, because I feel like when I'm bored with something as a woman, I don't feel like it's probably the same thing that man is bored with. As far as women goes, I feel like we cheat because of penis sizes. We cheat because maybe the man that we with don't have the size that we want. We cheat because that man looks better than the man that you with. We cheat for looks. I feel like we cheat for money. Maybe that guy that you're with, he can't support you like the other guy that's coming at you with a lot of money and he's telling you, yeah, I can cash you out, I can do this for you, and maybe the guy that you're with can't do any of that stuff. What men were saying, also looks, weight gain, a lack of attention, lack of sex. I know that when you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys have been in a relationship for a long time, it is hard to get sex. You want something different. You want to try something new. So that's another reason that I feel like maybe both partners will cheat. I talked to somebody else. Power was a good one. Feeling like you have a secret to hold, feeling like, you got something on this person, that sneaky link, what they call them, sneaky links. You know what I'm saying? Like that moment it's something about, having a secret and that you messing with this guy or this girl and nobody knows about it. It's the excitement. It's the thrill. All in all, I say leave. And if you feel like you want to cheat, be single. That way you're not hurting nobody. Because going back to what she said, you hurting people in the end of the day. And then if you're not ready, you're not ready. And that is okay. But I do want y'all opinions of why you feel like you could cheat if I didn't cover the topic that you heard me say. So, what y'all think?
do you know more women? Do you know more women are cheating on than men? Do you think that men cheat more than women, or women cheat more than men?
Honestly, now I think it's both. I think that it's equal. I think a lot of women cheat. I think a lot of men cheat. I honestly don't think one cheats more than the other, because I know I hear about women doing their thing. You know what I mean? They messing with married men, and you know what I mean, and they have a man or they're married and they messing with other married men, and I hear that quite often. And they it's always something with the men, but I think it's equal. I don't think either cheats more than the other.
So while we're giving our point of view, I want to hear from the men on the male viewers, like comment, type, or call, and give us your views. Amanda says women are
sneakier. Mm-hmm.
Women are sneakier, and we are better. I'll say we're better at cheating. We are definitely better at cheating. Like men cheat and they dumb. Like they get caught immediately. But
That's what I'm
us still, we got ourselves together.
I think the women that they cheat with get them caught because they want to be seen. They want to get out of their lane. Because when you're the side piece, you have to understand that that's your lane. But they want, after a while, they want to be noticed. They want gifts. They want to call the house.
That's why men gotta learn to pick the right side piece. You gotta pick the right side piece. You gotta know.
Women, men don't care. It's like, okay, I see you when I see you. I understand. Women want to.
Find you somebody to know to play their role. Find you somebody to know they're gonna get them stale chocolates and they're gonna get that business 26th.
Exactly.
The 25th. Find you somebody, and
because I used to think that women, they were better at it, but I think that dealing with men, they don't want no drama. It's I see you when I see you. But women, no, where you going and why you answer the phone? Like I'm laying here with my wife. Like, hello, I want to talk right now. I got something to talk right here. And it was like, they blow up spot. It's not. I don't think that men are not like that.
See, I don't know no girls like that. I don't know no girls that really be too much of. I know a lot of women that don't care. I kind of don't really care. I'm not about to bug you. I'm not texting you. I'm not calling you. I'm not asking you where you at. Cause why?
Right.
Like, that. Like I know the same type of women that are like me. Like, what? I ain't about to bug. Okay, you what? Okay, bye. Like,
right. That's how it should be if you're gonna do that thing.
Okay, bye.
What's the women?
And cheating, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things where like it's a situation where it's always gonna look better. Something always gonna look better. Then it goes back to just if you feel like you gotta choose, then you might as well just be single, date, be with who you're gonna be with because it's hearts on the line. And nowadays, you dying about this. You're not about to play with my heart. You're not about to do that. You know how people feel. You're not doing that. This is a whole new time. You're not playing with people's emotions and their feelings. They killing you. For real. Like it's a whole different time. Like
I think that too this generation, I think it's easier. I'm not even sure that it's almost like that term cheating is almost like old school or outdated because there's polyamorism and so people are kind of doing with whatever whenever and there's open relationships. So for cheating, it's almost like it's almost like kindergarten. Like why don't you just have a discussion? Like you don't have to cheat. We can have this. If there's something we want to do, then just don't be in a relationship with me, or I'm cool with it. Just let me know. And I'm gonna go do my thing. But I think when people pretend to be something that they're not, that's usually when that happens. Either way, because you can't say I was bored or whatever the case may be. And then sometimes that may happen. You're bored, or whatever. You want to do something different. But just discuss it with whoever you're in a relationship with.
I've definitely had more girlfriends come to me crying and stuff because their man cheated than men I know getting cheated on. I'm not saying that there's not women out there who cheat. And I have a few friends who have to, but for the most part, the women I know end up getting their heart broken because the man is cheating. And whoever it is, male or woman, stop playing around with that because if anybody's ever suffered a broken heart, you all can agree that shit feels literally almost physical. Like it hurts. So just think about that and just be upfront, like Michael said and Alex said, just leave them.
Just leave.
Stop being selfish.
That's all it is.
Overall, you gotta be honest. At the end of the day, that's what we have to learn as a whole. Be honest. And some people cheat because they just can't be honest, and they just can't be. They're not honest about their feelings. Like if you want to cheat, like At least tell me so I can like choose to get out of the situation, or you can just let me go and do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's
You
true.
just gotta have more honesty overall. Like in 2021, no, cheating should be taboo. I don't know what this new generation is doing now, but I know kind of my like what I see, like people around people my age, 25 to 30. It's like, listen, we getting too old for this, man. Like we getting like everybody about their bag, everybody about trying to expand themselves. Ain't nobody worried about cheating and doing this. But granted, like I said, I don't really know everybody's repertoire. You know, I can't, I'm not Professor X, so I can't really read everybody's mind out here in the world, but just in 2021, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we should teach this new generation to be honest. Like, stop, because I know exactly what I'm gonna teach to my son. Don't leave no girl on. If you know you're not feeling her, be 100. What's she gonna do? She's gonna get mad at you for 2 seconds.
Leave her alone. If you don't want her, if you're not ready, leave that woman alone. They don't leave that woman alone. That's right. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
I definitely think more women say when their man stick with somebody else than the
Yeah.
man. He's
It's like ingrained.
You too.
It's ingrained.
That's what Marcus Smith is saying. He's correct. Yeah. Now, this is what I'm not going to do. To each his own, but I'm not. I'm not going to keep saying 2021, 2021. We did that shit last year, 2020. I'm not going to put too much pressure on 2021.
Okay.
I'm going to hope for the best. I'm not going to keep saying 2021, we doing this, 2020. That's what we did in 2020. 2020 was like, all right, so y'all ass. But yeah, I know what you mean, Jayla. Moving forward, people need to make changes and take and learn lessons. All right, so before we close the show, does anyone else have anything to say on the topic at all? All right, so it's 9:30. We ran 15 minutes over, which is very, very, very good for us. So I'm just gonna say, welcome back, everybody. Thanks, Alex. You were a good fit. Loved your opinions. Loved what you had to say. Excellent job on the monologue. You look gorgeous tonight.
Thank you.
Michael, I'm loving the laces and the sheer you got going on tonight.
Thank you.
So I'm going to end the show by saying the usual tag log, Stilettos is a state of mind. Don't let anyone steal your shine. Strut on.
Strut on.
Strut on.
Right on.